Teacher Academy, pre-law, and science class. We have 5 minutes between each class to get to our next class. Each class is 55 minutes long. Lunch. We have lunch in our cafeteria. Each grade has a different lunch schedule. 6th graders eat lunch from 11:25 to 11:55. 7th graders eat lunch from 12 o'clock to 12:30. 8th graders eat lunch from 12:35 to 1:05. There is a food line where we wait to go get what we want from the selection, which varies. School buses. Some of the kids at our school ride on a school bus. The school bus picks them up at a bus station near their house and drops them off at school. School sports teams. At Independence Middle School, we have sports teams. Some sports teams include softball, baseball, soccer, volleyball, and basketball. And then basketball and a volleyball and basketball below.
Here, so you can just open the mail. There you go. Oh, perfect. Send you everything. Mine's not that long. I could probably delete the forward slash. It's okay. The pandemic, COVID, school, like, I'm seeing. Okay. Yeah, it's background.
United States of America. That's the country name. Must be, do you know where is it? Okay, please Google.
There we go. These are our food. Oops.
This is our favorite food as well. Asia.
Our hamburger bun with a hot dog. The top of the hamburger is hamburger bun, and then the meat inside is normally beef. And of course, you have to have the bottom bun, or else everything will fall out. And the vegetable is called lettuce. And hot dogs also have buns, but it's closed at the bottom, so then the hot dog can rest on the bun. And there's a sauce, the red sauce is called ketchup, and the yellow sauce is called mustard, which gives a nice sour taste to it. Fun fact is McDonald's is one of the most famous fast food places here in America. Some foods that made their way to the U.S. is rice. Well, rice is a grass species named Ornata. It could be Asian or African. Pizza originated from Italy, and the bread is at the bottom to keep all the toppings on top, which the most basic toppings are the classic marinara sauce, which is tomato sauce, cheese, which most people use, and pasta is made out of egg, water, egg or water and flour. Pasta is made in dishes like lasagna, which is where you put pasta and tomato sauce and cheese, pasta, then tomato sauce, then cheese. And it's also made in mac and cheese.
Yes, the one with the and flour.
Which
Can you hear us still?
Yes, can.
Okay. We have about 10 more minutes.
Okay.
You're still muted, so we can't hear you.
So you have done, your students done with their presentation? We truly enjoyed the presentation. Your student did a marvelous job, you know. I like the part where you get your students to explain about the school hours and how, what time is the, oh, we can't hear you again, the problem button. Oh, you better type.
Just because you that extra, just because maybe
She's typing. It's not my.
because.
Ah, yes, your speaker. Oh, muted again.
Oh, but they were able to hear us. Okay.
No, that was moving.
Oh. That's not us, though. I don't think.
Everyone.
Maybe you can take screenshot and show the picture with the phone. Our speaker.
What?
Reconnect. Show.
Ah, there we go.
Oh, okay. So your students have done their presentation?
Nadia, well done.
Can you hear us?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Sorry about that. No.
No problem. Part and
So
parcel
you were
of the
able
presentation.
You were able to see their presentation. You just weren't able to hear
Yes,
them?
it was such a marvelous presentation, and your students really did well. And I enjoyed the part where you get them explain about the school hours and the break they have in between for lunch. And it is an eye opener. I've engaged with so many educators around the globe. None of them spoke about the school hours or the time. How do the students go to school? So I'll make a point to include in my slides as well. Thank you so much. I learned some good information from you and your students. I'm just wondering, you are in your classroom or it is kind of lab? So huge.
We're in our all classroom. So we get at the end of the year we get to choose what electives to do. So there's PE, band, and chorus, like she said. And this is one of the electives. This is a club, but you can also choose to be in the Holocaust class, which we learned about. We learned about the Holocaust in World War I and World War II.
And
You guys taking steps to cure the pandemic.
ask them, Tamia and your friends.
We have a question about the pandemic. How is the pandemic in Malaysia, and how are you dealing with that in school?
Yeah, it's a very good question. I truly appreciate that for the question asking of well-being. Actually, we were actually affected with this pandemic since March, and then our schools were actually closed down until July, mid of July. Then our schools were reopened mid of July, but again, this pandemic, the cases are becoming too many cases are getting too many people are infected with this COVID-19 virus. So due to that, our schools nationwide are closed except for 3 districts. So that's the reason why even my state, Sabah, in Borneo, the schools are closed. That's why the students are learning from home. So that's the situation like in our country. So the businesses are going on, but then schools are closed at the moment except for 3 states. And what about in your country? How is it affecting?
Well, our country, schools are open. Some kids learn from virtual, so they log on to a Google Meet and listen to the teacher. And some kids are in person, but we just have to wear masks. Can you turn around?
Okay, all right.
Inside.
The students wanted to turn the screen around just to show you.
Like the launch.
Yes, please. Wow.
To
Oh
explain
my
how we have to
goodness.
please and
Yeah. Yeah, please show us. My students are excited to see. And the teacher as well.
there's tape on the ground, and it's like a video game almost because you have to go both ways.